Most people think that the Dark Tower is limited to the 7 books that compile the official series, but there's a lot more to it. If you want to get the full Dark Tower experience, there are other books outside of the official series whose stories are heavily intertwined in the Dark Tower universe. So you need to incorporate them in your reading list as well. I've done a lot of research, I've taken my time with this, and I've compiled a list that I think will do just that. It will give me the context I need, it will give me the information I need, and these books will serve mainly to enhance my Dark Tower experience. So which books am I talking about? I'll show you my list right now. Let's go. I have already read The Eyes of the Dragon. That one's done and dusted. I have also read It, not so long ago, as you might have seen in one of my previous videos. And the book that I'm reading right now, which is also going to be the main book in my next reading vlog, is Salem's Lot. I don't want to say too much about it right now because I want to save it for the official reading vlog I'm recording. But a tiny spoiler, I absolutely love this book. It's amazing. So Salem's Lot is the one that I'm reading now. And when that one is done and dusted, there is another like small book that I'm gonna tackle next, which is The Stand. You might have heard of it before. This one's a pretty big one, an absolute tome of a book, but I'm super excited to jump into this one as well. I actually saw, this was back in the 90s, a television series that was based on the book. If I remember correctly, it was with Gary Sinise as the main protagonist, but I can't remember anything of it, so I'm gonna pretty much jump into this story completely blind. Even though I have seen the television series, I haven't been able to retain anything in my mind from, I must have been like, I don't know, 10 years old or 11 maybe. So I'm gonna start with that one from zero. After I'm done with The Stand, that's when we're gonna officially start with our path on the beam. This isn't gonna be a shocker. The Gunslinger. This is a book that I also have read actually a very long time ago. It would make no sense to start my path on the beam and not reread this one. I mean, that would just be stupid. So I want to do it right. I'm going to start with this one right after The Stand. Next up, Drawing of the Three. This is one that I've read the first maybe 25 pages when I was, after I read The Gunslinger back in the day. And I was pretty shocked at what happens right at the beginning. And then for whatever reason, I stopped reading and I didn't pick it up again. But now I'm back in full force. I'm gonna tackle this one. After the Drawing of the Three, there are 2 books that I don't have physically. I have them digitally, which are The Talisman and Black House. I'm a tiny bit apprehensive about these 2 because one of my favorite booktubers, Dave Musson, over at Dave Reads King, absolutely hates these books. So I'm not sure what I have to expect of these, and they're both pretty thick books as well. So I'm hoping that I like them. If not, we'll see how it goes, I guess. When those 2 are done, next in line is going to be The Wastelands, instantly followed by Wizard and Glass, because apparently the ending of this one is a massive cliffhanger and you want to jump straight into this one, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. The idea that I have for after Wizard and Glass is to read the short story Little Sisters of Eloria in the short story compilation Everything's Eventual, but I'm not 100% set on that. I might read it earlier depending on how the flow is, depending on how I feel as I go through the first books. So that the position of Little Sisters of Eloria might shift a little bit. Next up is Insomnia, another one that I only have on digital. This one is supposedly super relevant to the Dark Tower universe, with characters that are really important in the development of the story. So I'm really excited about that one. After Insomnia, we're jumping straight back into the official lineup, which is Dark Tower 4.5, basically, The Wind Through the Keyhole. A book that came after the official series was actually written as a prequel, I think it is, but it fits nicely right in between books 4 and 5. So that's where I'm going to read it, The Wind Through the Keyhole. We keep going. Next up is Wolves of the Kala. My reading of Salem's Lot is very relevant to, going to be very relevant to this one, because there's a character in Salem's Lot that appears in this one as well. So I'm very curious to meet that character in this one as well. And after I'm struggling with this one, Wolves of the Kala, Song of Susanna. Another one that I'm a bit apprehensive to read, because most of the booktubers that I follow, especially Mike from Mike Book Reviews, isn't really fond of this one, but I'll see how it goes when I get there. Now, with all that done, there is only one book left in the series, the final one. But before you read that one, I have been told that there are a couple short stories that are super important. Again, I only have them on digital. The first one is the short story Everything's Eventual, in the short story compilation book Everything's Eventual. So that one is next up. And straight after that one, I will be reading Low Men in Yellow Coats, which is a short story that is part of the Hearts in Atlantis short story compilation. And then we will finally have arrived at our destination, the Dark Tower. I am incredibly excited to embark on this journey, to go through it. There are books that I already know are going to be in my all-time favorite list. The only thing that worries me about this whole journey is in fact its destination, because this is a very divisive book. A lot of people absolutely love it. A lot of people absolutely hate it. So I don't know on which side of the fence I'm going to be standing. As we all know, it's not the destination that counts, it's the journey. Shout out to Brandon Sanderson. If at any point in the story I feel the need for a palate cleanser, just to take a break, if necessary, there are 3 options that I have. The first one, which I don't have a physical copy of yet, because it's in the mail, it might arrive here tomorrow, is The Mist by Stephen King. Jimmy Mango, for example, has it on his reading list for the Dark Tower. Other booktubers say that the link in between The Mist and the Dark Tower is very tenuous, but I don't mind. Again, if I need a palate cleanser, that is going to be my first option. If I need a break from Stephen King completely, I have 2 more options. The first one is something completely different, Sphere by Michael Crichton. A book that I've been wanting to read for a very long time, because I absolutely loved the movie as a kid, and I love that type of mystery thriller novels. The other one is a recommendation by Ian Gubelli, which is my favorite booktuber, pretty much. Everything that he recommends instantly goes up to my TBR, and this is one of them. It is A Fig for All the Devils, a book that is very high up in his personal favorite list. So if necessary, I have 3 plan Bs in my back pocket to pull out in case of emergency. So that's it. This is my list. I have done a lot of research and have put a lot of thought into this to basically compile the best list I can for myself. Obviously, I invite you all, if you haven't read The Dark Tower already, to join me on this list, to join me on this journey. I have based my information on videos that I've seen, as I said already, from Dave Musson over at Dave Reads King, also Jimmy Mango, and Paperback Journeys is the most recent one I've seen that I pretty much based my entire reading list on. So shout out to those three wonderful booktubers. That's pretty much it, guys. If you want to join me on this journey, you're more than welcome to jump on a train. And who knows, we will meet each other on the path of the beam. I'll see you there.